it up, back it up, back it up. Alright, so I'm Libra. Ernie? Sesame Street? Somebody on the Sesame Street. It's lit. Who's on the Sesame Street? Not that hater. You could be leaving somebody out. Somebody could feel left out for your news Adventure Time. Somebody's watching Adventure Time. You should watch that. That would be very good. A lot better. Cartoon Network or something. Something that has a value. And they're watching live reading, like not live readings, but live channels, and you know, like watch a real cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Having that. So somebody decided to find a great cartoon to watch, rather than like YouTubers that play with toys and things like that. Because these situations for the Libra, they be, you know, they get evil out everywhere they go. I don't know because they're beautiful or it's because their mother's beautiful, but you know, somebody likes to assault your intelligence a lot and like, you know, like to play, you know, riddle fiddle. You know, they pretend like they're here for you, but you know, I wouldn't risk myself. This woman here that's like trying to play babysitter in your life. She's risking her sanity and her child's protection, trying to harm you and your children. You know, taking, you know, somebody's very, you know, somebody you can't really trust around a child. And I wouldn't trust this person around a child, Libra, because this person may pinch your kid, you know, may get too comfortable with pinching your kids and shit. You're not talking about yourself, you're talking about that Sagittarius, Libra, correct? Five of Wands came out. Five of Wands is a Sagittarius energy. And, you know, you said this, the Sagittarius is like, you know, those are signs that somebody, you know, low-key because something that you don't really desire. And this person's like holding a grudge, and they're holding a grudge because you're not really giving them attention, or you're not really being attentive towards maybe your children or your soul tribe, right? Because your children are your soul tribe. So maybe somebody feels like you're not giving your all to your kids in the spiritual realm, but you don't really, you know, you don't really desire that area in your life, but you know, but you do at the same time. And you know, they're putting veils, these negative veils and things like that, just to see how somebody's coming. And you know, it's just very ridiculous. And here you are, very sturdy, Four of Pentacles. You know, very, you know, reprimanding, very respectful, very fly, very intelligent. You know, I'm not here to play in your life. I'm not a person that plays with kids. You understand? And you're just realizing that. You know, just period. And you're not, you know, you're not here to play in this person's life. You're not here to like, you know, micromanage them and, you know, play with them like they're guinea pigs. You know, because like you realize life is very, very valuable. You know, children's life is very valuable. You know, respectfully. And I think that somebody's like, you know, in this place of like realizing that, you know, they look the part, but they don't really fit the part in your life or your children's life. So they may have to get fired, you know, for good, you know. And that's about it. This person's upset, you know, they want to cry a little bit. But, you know, it's period. You got to love yourself. And you got to love the ones you love more because your soul tribe needs you more. You know, now it's like, you know, they're finally letting go, and they're letting go with good grace. Somebody's letting go with good graces, without holding a grudge. And, you know, this Three of Hearts is, you know, waiting patiently for you. They could be a low-key evil eyeing. You know, you're talking to a man and maybe they heard something. You know, hey, this motherfucking mother's a whore. So she cares about her man, boo. Well, she cares about her man. But these things are lies. You know, it's supposed to somebody to look and pry into your life about and at an angle that doesn't really, you know, require or acquire who they really are, who you truly are. So be mindful of somebody trying to get in between the people that you love, or get in between your soul connection with your soul tribe, right? And you're not having that, you know what I'm saying? You're definitely going to be sending, you know, transformation spells to this person until they understand in north, south, east, and west. It's already hit north and south to this person. So now this person's traveling, you know, and regret. You know, this person's in major regret trying to get in between you and your soul tribe, Libra. You're not dealing with that. And here goes your soul tribe, Libra. You just realize this reminder is going to remind you. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. Like, see her face whenever I look at you. So you want to put your soul tribe with people that really love you and really admire you. And so when they see your kids, they glow up, you know. And, you know, you'd be surprised who love your soul tribe. And, you know, it's all around, everywhere they go. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, I'm right there with you. Like, so I'm saying, so everywhere you go. Like, so, you know, it's the Eight of Pentacles here. Like, you know, somebody's really, like, you know, dedicated and determined to make sure they put their all into their time and their management. You know what I'm saying? This is a great man here. He's a King of Hearts here, you know, so it's somebody who really loves the people that he has around. You know, he gives a big, great thumbs up, you know what I'm saying? You know, he's very, you know, he's very nurturing to your soul tribe, and be mindful that you maybe, but I said, if you want to leave your soul tribe with people that really admire you and know you who you are, you know what I'm saying, and nothing less, you know what I'm saying, because anything less will be a grudge, you know what I'm saying, heavy on that. And I think that, and just remind you that your soul tribe is still holding their head up high. They're still in this king and queen energy where they are untouched and unwavering and unhindered. You know what I'm saying? Unencumbered. That's a really great thing. So your soul tribe is standing real strong. Same with this little one too. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Somebody's holding it down very well. Like, they actually like the ambiance that this person is in. And it's like, realizing that, somebody had, that talk back, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk back about. You know what I'm saying? They it goes through one ear out the other with this person. And just be mindful that somebody's like this low-key likes to bother and, like to, fiddle and likes to, fuck with your energy just to see where you're coming from. But it's like, it's given that somebody needs to, like, have a real life experience to understand what you're dealing with. So be mindful. This is not really the Sagittarius energy that's harming you or hindering your children. This person is actually very settled and very stable and very, fly. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of the Sagittarius energy is in this 4 of Pentacles, Libra. So be mindful your best friends or your great friends may be Sagittariuses. And I'm a Sagittarius rising, so be mindful. I can be the one to help you seek that. It's the person that's never will hate on you, that will never hinder you, will never block you, your road to get towards success. And that's very important. And, be mindful that this person low-key uses your soul tribe to try to hinder that. This is why you don't get along with this person, because they don't have the same experience. They don't have the same alchemy. Or they don't have the same aspect in life, or see the same thing you seek. So you may want to, turn the other cheek rather than, argue back and forth, be bitter with this person, because you don't want to hold a grudge. You don't need a grudge, because grudges cause people to want to get closer to you and have obsessions. You don't have time for that. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that you know that nothing's going on. Everything's fine. Good to know. You know what I'm saying? So everything's good. But, sometimes, be honestly, watching YouTube and the high Q, the frequency of YouTube and, being so close to TV, sometimes it brings a very dry element. You want the kids to, like, have a more fluent, fruits and anime, keep a veil, everything don't have to be about humans, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes that's the best thing about having an imagination, having creativity as a child, like, to have that veil of Disney, the cartoon, the whole point of that, and I think that, it's best for the eyes as well. It's like it's a more low tone, when you watch more reality TV, it has more high pitch because the high cues of the energy it brings, you know what I'm saying? So that's really where I come from with it, of like watching reality shows as a kid. It's like it becomes more draining rather than watching cartoons. It's more creative and it's more, it not saying it taps into your mind, but it makes you more creative, makes you more, the story, you become more empathetic. I like kids that are empathetic, like, oh wow, I cried because Simba dad died, stuff like that. So, be mindful of that. I like that too. You feel me? So be mindful that somebody needs to move over a little bit and share the TV. You know what I'm saying? Share the TV. You know what I'm saying? Can we go watch a good cartoon today? You know what I'm saying? Having, like, can y'all be kids today? So if somebody looks forward to being a kid, and somebody looks forward to having their inner child around, having on that. And I think this is definitely dope, moving the veil. And I think once you move a veil, you realize that you're not being rejected. It's more so about transformation. It's all about building. And, the pig is not blown down. There's no wolf. These pigs are in a nice house, and there's no wolf blowing it down. And mind you, a pig, the spiritual term of a pig is loyalty. You know what I'm saying? And, pigs are very needy as well. They're very domestic animals. So be mindful. You may have to talk to the pig. You may have to pet the pig. You may have to go, take the pig to do potty. It's that vibe, So be mindful that somebody's like going into a lower state of mind due to somebody's like not, voices not being heard. So, the quiet you are, the better, the more they go, quiet, so, it's very silent. It's very quiet time. Somebody's having a quiet time. So maybe somebody's recommending, like, maybe quiet time, maybe like time to, like, draw and paint, color, and make it seem like somebody's not making it seem like, but it has nothing to do with that girl. So be mindful that somebody's trying to get in between you and a good thing, and that's what people do a lot. And that's why I say your soul tribe is holding it down. And be mindful that, move the veil, you realize somebody's talking under your tongue, somebody's talking below their tongue, or somebody's talking against your will, or somebody's, praying backwards, or somebody's, talking against you. You know, somebody's praying on your downfall, you know, because they want you to get rejected. Somebody wants you to be rejected, but you've been rejected since day one. So it's like, you know, them talking, you know, them praying against you is like not really working. And this is man and woman here that don't even get along that well. That's like, you know, keep looking towards you, or obsessed with your action or your next move. And here comes this warlock here trying to, you know, step into it and put her foot down so that she can be able to, so that your boat, you know, somebody's like holding the boat steady. Like, I'm trying to hold your boat steady, like, until you realize that you gotta get on the boat and drive it, you know. It's giving that energy, you know what I'm saying, having that. So be mindful that this, you know, dedicate to this person here that's like holding you down, and because they can see and they can sense. And you know, remember, King Wands are very spiritual, intuitive. Excuse me, they're very intuitive. And this person is like, you know, intuitively realizing that somebody is not really, you know, somebody smells something's not smelling right. You know, something's not in a good aura, and you can't sense it. You can't smell it. You can't smell what they smell. So that's probably what it is too. So that's probably why, you know, you feel let down. This person is feeling let down, and when they feel let down, they become real bitter. They, you know, and they try to make things seem this way and make things seem that way. And it's like, you know, they're around a bunch of gullible people. For our hearts here is like a lot of people that are in regret and dishonor and disgust, and they are feeling you know, let down a lot, and so they become very gullible to their island, very gullible to the place where they live. And you know, this has nothing to do with yours. It's like you have like a little house on the Perry Hill, you know what I'm saying? Like you got a house on the hill, you know what I'm saying, where you go up the hill, like Rapunzel when her mom had to go up the hill to see her daughter, like, you know what I'm saying? And she tried to keep her daughter out of all of that mess of the world, you know. She may not see it the right way, but the way I see it as a mother watching that channel of Rapunzel, watching that Disney movie as Rapunzel, I started to see, like, I liked that mom. She wasn't a mean mom. Like, she wasn't like really against her child. She just, you know, utilized her gifts, and she realized, you know, she utilized that the world is not for her, and it's not what it seems today. You know what I'm saying? And that's the 10 of hearts, you know what I'm saying? Finding, you know, realizing somebody's attentions. And, you know, this person's attention is a 10-10. You know, these people here are 10-10. You know what I'm saying? Happy or not. And, you know, this person feels let down and regretted. And, you know, but it's a 10-10 and it's a new chapter here. It's a new beginning. So right now you're learning to, like, stop looking at it in a negative and pessimistic way. Look at 10-10 as a new beginning. There's a proposal here on the table for you. And it's up to you to look, like, you know, seek from a higher perspective. If you don't seek from a higher perspective, Libra, you're not going to really see, you're not going to be able to receive or see that this is a soul tribe behind, you know, this is actually somebody who's like, you know, a ladder, a stepping stool, or a ladder to see your soul tribe better, or to respect, you know, or to tap in the way we need to. You know what I'm saying? Having that somebody's missing you. You know what I'm saying? Missing you. And this is the club. This is what the Sagittarius is giving you. That vibration of, like, you know, reminding you of what is more important. What, and what is, you know, what's to be tangible, and what is to be, you know, what is to come. And knowing how to overcome things, Libra. And that's this period. I think somebody's definitely here for you. And I think it's the 7 of Pentacles here, where it's been a great investment. You know, a situation where you maybe, you know, you have doubted yourself, but you have now reminded yourself that there's nothing to doubt, because you are a good place. You are a great discerner. You are a great person to know what's what. So it's like, don't allow nobody to trick you out your spot or trick you out a box where you know that this is a good person. You know that I chose this man and woman for a reason. I didn't just choose them for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You sense these things. You sense yourself when you sense this person. So why, you know, you don't have to, it's not wise if you don't have to, it's a saying that you don't have to go against it or have it to second guess it, because you know yourself enough. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where you are more content with, you know, having on that. I see going. And again, this person that likes to play with kids doesn't have children, so this is why they don't really have the boundaries or have the structure to know how to deal with kids or to deal with children. You know what I'm saying? Having on that. And, you know, this is like causing them to, like, you know, step away and remind themselves of, like, you know, knowing their place, and, you know, respectfully. And this is a Nine of Spades here. You know, somebody could be definitely in the regret and, you know, have a hard time being accountable about, you know, how far they go or what the things they say around the people that you love around your soul tribe, and it's causing, you know, them to, that's a question, a situation where you may have to address it, and you may have to address it with transformation. And this transformation is the Ace of Pentacles. It's like a point blank period. You know, this person has been praying down on your downfall, praying on your downfall is like praying on your soul child's downfall. Praying like this person's a father, this person's a mother, you know, wishing them hell and wishing them bad things, like you don't really care about your children. You know, so be mindful that somebody's always investing in, you know, if somebody's a low blow. You know, somebody's a coward. You know what I'm saying? Cowardice is here. And that means that somebody's not receptive to who they really are and ready to, you know, overtake and overcome, you know, and fit the plate. You know what I'm saying? Fulfill the destiny. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's like, you know, shortcoming to themselves. And when you realize that somebody can't love themselves enough, you learn to pull away, Libra, and say, hey, it's not my fault you don't love yourself, so I'm not going to deal with that because I love myself more, and I realize that's not where I need to go, or that's not where I need to be. That's the Five of Pentacles. Somebody's like learning to walk away on their own because their intuition and their passion is more stronger. Somebody's very passionate, and their passion is like to stay protected, to stay in the honor of the people that they love. And that's the, talking about my mom or talking about my dad and saying those bad things is not something or someone I really want to deal with. So be mindful that somebody's trying to somebody's trying to condescend their a parent, and this parent is like a best friend to this other parent. Like somebody's condescending a single parent, and this parent is this. They don't realize that this parent and this child's relationship is like best friend, best buddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really lock in. This is like this. She's like my sister. She's my mother, my sister, my best friend. Like, it's all three. You got the three hearts here. So somebody's like, the end all be all, but then there's this parent, and it's like, they have a hard time of realizing that without it be having lust or any issue there, because they can't see their own problems. They really can't fix their own hindrances. So be mindful that these people are projectors. They are blinded people that are always negative, and they like to project their insecurities and their problems. Be mindful that now somebody else is pulling up. So this person that's pulling up is like, being called on. I should have that, I think they should send this person to hell instantly. The Three of Spades here, this person comes this way, it's a Three of Spades here. This person's dying naturally, honestly. This person brings a nasty aura, and I don't want to hinder your great energy with this negative thing, but I just want to say that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? So somebody's here defending themselves. Like, once again, somebody like you that you have behind your door is constantly deterring you from what's really in your reality, what's really going on, what's really what. You know what I'm saying? And it's the Three of Pentacles here, where somebody's finally like, letting go and bowing down to a situation or surrendering, so that they can be able to get the help that they deserve or get the help that they need. And this is why I said I want her to find healing and, and find a conclusion or closure in a situation where she's being betrayed left and right, and it's causing her to sabotage herself or sabotage her great self. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy on that. That's sabotaging your great self, and that's as deep as hell. So be mindful to choose yourself, Libra, and, to ignore, but not only ignore, but put your foot down, right? And to not only put your foot down, but to know how to realize and seek and, be genuine to what you know. I saw what I saw. I know what I know. I'm not going to change my mind on it. And it's a Nine of Pentacles here, where you are, becoming more intelligent, or you're learn to master or learn to mind your business, because there's greater things to learn. There's greater connections in your life that you can be able to focus on, rather than worrying about, people that are an old chapter, or having to go back and forth with the chapters that betrayed you, even though this is not you, but that you got a person, utilize that person because they ain't no good. It's this type of vibrations, but you can say that, but at the same time, it's like, be mindful that somebody doesn't really wish you well. You know what I'm saying? Having that somebody really wants you, dead, or somebody really feel like, you deserve, you're not giving your all to them, and you don't deserve your all. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's very selfish. And now you're letting go of this selfish person, having that, this person is realizing that they took a lot of advice and realize that this discernment game of discerning the ones you love is to go against you. And remember, the people that you love are never against you. So you don't have to question them. You don't have to say, hey, did you say that? Hey, was that you? Because you know that it wasn't them, right? That's just period. And I think it's time to put your best foot forward and put your best foot forward and step down and say, I know that they don't talk like that. I know that they wouldn't say those things. I know that they wouldn't make those moves. And that's just period. And then that's when a tower moment happens and everything collides. And it's like, that's the Seven of Wands here. You're putting your foot down because you're meditating now. You're realizing what's in your sequence, right? And that's the period. And I think that tower was a Four of Spades, where somebody go to a resting place forever. You know what I'm saying? This is the Four Club, and that resting place is bringing peace of mind, back to peace of mind. Back to number 8. Somebody trying to get into your dream state, but they're really in an illusion. They're in this bad place of mind where they're in an illusion, and they're confused because they're trying to contact somebody or connect to somebody. It's a 10-10, heavy on the 10-10. But before it's the 10-10, it's like something that you need to know. That somebody's trying to, enter your child's dream state to confuse them by masquerading. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the word is not humping, but somebody really wants to somebody wants oral sex from a child. That's what it looks like. And this is the man or woman, and this has nothing to do with karmic debt as well, because you don't have no akashic history of being molested or molesting a young one orally. You know what I'm saying? So this is somebody that has a sickness. It's a 666 person, somebody who's evil. Intentions are very evil for you and your kids. And now, their evil intentions is like, they've been stuck all day trying to figure out how to enter your child's REM state. And now you're walking away. Now they're emotionally walking away forever, because now they realize that they can't really defeat you or your children. And it's like now they may reconcile with their mother, or they may reconcile with something that they in their past that may cause a bad traumatic situation. And and that's the best for you. You know what I'm saying? Now now a lot of people from purgatory are being pulled out for the 7 of spade energy, for this person being, you know, harming people. Same thing with him. He's been harming people for no reason because a person that he loves has a fetish. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. And that has nothing to do with the Libra though. So like, you know, Libras just can't tired of like being caught up in a twist of bullshit that, you know, I'm getting caught up because my mom got haters and her haters want to hurt and molest us. And that shit just doesn't work. It's real disgusting. You know, the fact that you've been molested as a child and you think that the fact that you've been molested as a child and you think that you can molest somebody else's kid because that's your way or your pit of life to aim and harm somebody. Like, very disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Very disgusting individual. This person's very good, dirty, and nasty. You know what I'm saying? This is not B. So who is that, right? Even this person's confused now. Like, oh shit, I thought that was, yeah. Everybody thought that was that, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, just gotta pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, I'm glad he wasn't in his car shit because he would have been pissed. As I told you, he don't come down. And I told you something that was honest. I was honest with you. Like, he doesn't come down here. He's an angel. He stays in heaven. You know what I'm saying? So you be mindful that you probably miss somebody that, you know, you need to probably let go of. You know what I'm saying? It's causing hindrance everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's like getting this love and attention of somebody else's frequency. And, you know, you don't want that. You don't want to be in his belt. You don't want that. You know, he wasn't molested. He don't need that energy in his life. You know me? Respectfully. Somebody's not looking away. Somebody thought you would look away and not do what you need to do. But you're not. And you're not because, you know, just period. Let's keep going for the Libra. What we have for the Libra? What's the outcome for the Libra in a dream state? What's the outcome for the Libra's dream state? For the retired month, for 136 days out of the year. A new chapter. So this is a new beginning here. You know, some type of old chapter. So maybe somebody's trying to find the Libra to go back to an old residence or old place or old house. To a volunteer. This person is like stuck now. You know, now they're stuck because they expect you to ask this question. And it's 8 of Pentacles here. You have somebody that you have genuine love for that's helping this pedophile be Freddy or Nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's been playing Freddy in a kid's dream state. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with this water sign. It's a fire sign. It's a fire sign. You got 2 fire signs here. 3 fire signs here, you know what I'm saying? So it's all fire signs, and it's like, you know, somebody could be a fire sign moon, and it's like, you know, this person's a Libra here, and here's the Libra. There's a air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. That's like listening, and, you know, returning to the same. Like somebody's constantly like praying into somebody's dream state and using their foot. And, you know, instead of taking her foot away, why don't, you know, then you got questioning the angels, like, why aren't you on this job to try to take like this bad guy's foot away? You know, this angel gets off on, you know, watching child pornography. So be mindful of this saint that, you know, that ain't no good. And everybody's, you know, everything's coming to a conclusion. Everything that comes in the dark comes to the light. So it makes sense to be honest. You know what I'm saying? His name is Saint Michael. You know what I'm saying? He's helping these bad people. He's taking your foot, and instead of taking the pedophile's foot, he takes your foot. So, you know, to help the pedophile engage into the dream realm. Real nasty individual. You know, this person wants to masquerade. Now he wants to masquerade as his, I guess he wants to masquerade as his little sister. His goal was to masquerade as his little sister when he has a lack of discernment of your child. He doesn't even know he don't know your child, doesn't even know what he says. So, you know, you played on his mindset as if your son was saying things about his sister. But I think that's not really important at all, honestly, to be really focused all day on trying to figure out a little boy or trying to get towards a little boy. I think there's a hidden agenda here, and that hidden agenda is the fact that this person is very sick, just as he was sick from the people that was molesting him in his dream state. You know, this is a real sick individual. This person is very disgusting. This Cancer, he's a Cancer, by the way, or he's a Sagittarius, whatever the case. He tries to use the veil as a Sagittarius to, like, so you could blame her and harm her and hit her in her head and shit like that. And so now that's why she got to always get up and go and figure out your life, because you are always targeting her for the shit that these nasty niggas do in your city. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of vibration. And the thing is, the 8 of Spades here, but somebody's binded, you know, just sitting on their fucking ass all day trying to figure out what's going on with a sister that he needs to have a 10-10 situation to as well, because on the low, he's low-key he's always accessing this little girl's dream realm. You know what I'm saying? He's harming her as well. You know what I'm saying? What's her sign? So I can tap into her energy. She's a Sagittarius, Ashe. Or she's a Cancer as well. Ashe, heaven. So be mindful that this person is like, you know, a 3 of Hearts here. You know, and her 3 of Hearts is not nowhere near this man. You know what I'm saying? She has a soul tribe. You know what I'm saying? It's not her mom either. She has a soul tribe. People that she invested in, people that actually love her and put these all in they all in their time into her. Two of Pentacles here, and this priorities and this Ace of Pentacles is a blessing or abundance or some type of money. You know what I'm saying? Somebody put money down just so for this little child. So it could be a father figure or a sister, somebody who really helps and helps out. It could be a teacher. That's the vibration, and this teacher really wants this little girl to like get the fuck out of this family, you know. So be mindful that there's a little girl that's in need of help because she's around a bunch of abusers, and these abusers are like constantly putting her in drama and putting her into this putting her in drama and putting her into a paradigm that she doesn't deserve, and she has a father figure that's against this situation, this connection, this big brother she has. He's against all of this, and you know what I'm saying. And it's like he's finally trying to find a way out to to receive his child. He has maybe find full custody of her. You know what I'm saying, but without people holding veils and holding their foot down, to go against him, knowing that she has a better life to live with her father on her father's side. You know what I'm saying, heavy on that, and I think that somebody ready on the low. This is Simba, ready to attack Tucson or ready to attack this hyena because her brother's giving hyena to her Simba. You know what I'm saying? It's like a hyena to Nyla or something. And it's a two of hearts here. Same thing with your family. You know what I'm saying? Your family's a two of hearts to her. Four of Pentacles, somebody who actually steps up for her. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of dirty things going on in the dark for and this is why this person is hindered. You know what I'm saying? Heavy on that. It's not really about the fact that he heard that. It's more so the fact that he wants to hinder or try and say he really wants to insult your intelligence or to insult you. This person likes to target you as if you're not. Oh, why am I dead? Why am I dead? Like, right? The same shit that these people used to do to his mother. You know what I'm saying? He became like those abusive men. You know what I'm saying? Heavy on that. I think this person is like trying to walk away now, but it's too late to walk away because they're already going towards death, and that's this period. This person death is within their sleep. They're not gonna wake up Friday on M Street. He killed them niggas in their sleep. They didn't wake up. Them niggas was dying. He was dying, stabbing them right in their fucking heart with a sword. You know what I'm saying? Right in their heart. Stabbing them right in their fucking heart with a sword. And killed them and killing them. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful that this person likes the cat and mouse game. So be mindful that Saint Michael likes to play cat and mouse games with these pedophiles. So he sits back and watch, and then it goes and protect and fight the adversary. But it's not needed. It's not needed if you could just take out the adversary in general instead of just playing cat and mouse with them. You know what I'm saying? The tricks of games are over. You know what I'm saying? The tricking games are over, and it's like you're a bad person for not tapping in or knowing. You know what I'm saying? It's a King of Wands here, where that's like this person is not really equipped to really even fight this person. He's not even equipped to really even take him out. So be mindful that you have a wrong saint or the wrong person in this situation, and this is a very urgent situation because even if yours is protected, but there's somebody else on the outskirts that's connected to him that can be causing famine, that can be causing drama and abuse and traumas, and this is not what's needed. This person needs to die. You know what I'm saying? This person, I'm going towards a casket situation. You know what I'm saying? Heavy on that. And I think the Seven of Wands here is like somebody probably putting their foot down for a situation and killing that person forever. You know what I'm saying? Without no real caring, caring. She's a Karen here. He's a mother figure. Her mother there's a mother here that doesn't really care. You know what I'm saying? She knows exactly what she teaches him and things like that. She allows it. So it's like somebody who likes to play the back seat. And somebody smells bad. Somebody plays the back seat and likes to watch their loved one or their little one, be hindered and be abused and be poked at. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that as a sign of love. I think now somebody's running. Somebody's finally constantly running. It's like, running somewhere, but they can't really run because they're going into a pit of hell. You know what I'm saying? Heavy night. I think that they have a hard time of like telling the truth or being accountable. But this person's a big ass liar. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't really see within them. Because what you saw is not the truth. You thought he's a good person, but they're not. But they're really not. So be mindful that your cat and your fiddles is not really hitting discernment properly. You know what I'm saying? You can't really discern this individual. And that's very detrimental. That's very something that you should work on. How to read through a person and see their true intentions. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real. And this person prays on this person's downfall. He prays on her downfall. So it's how the bigger picture shows up that he's already a Freddy to another girl. So that's why he's so open-minded to harm another kid. See, it's just gotta end. You know what I'm saying? And he's playing Freddy to her situation, and low key he's hating on her. He sees her destiny and things like that. Like somebody's giving a caution key to a bad guy that wants to hate on the child. You know what I'm saying? That means that he's not in a good place in his life. Something that Grim told me one time is like niggas like this don't really last long when you make it. You know what I'm saying? That tells you everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like basically he's a hater. You know what I'm saying? He hates on his own friends and shit too as well. He does that to his friends, sisters, and siblings as well, kids as well. So I'm saying, so he's somebody that's very known to be abusive and very, known to be a manipulator, known to be a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really, putting their foot down because they're just turning the other cheek towards it because they find it humorous or they find it to be, something that's like really not that serious or really not really facing their reality. But in reality, that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Heavy on that. I think that this is a time or a place where somebody's like going to a funeral home. We had a 4 spade with a 10 of spade. Excuse me, the 4 spade with a 10 of diamonds. Somebody's going to a funeral home. Somebody's like, resting in peace. And this person, I don't think they should rest in peace. I think they should rest in hell and, be cremated for the rest of their life. I say respectfully. This person is in this King of Diamond here, this King of Spade here, where, this is the truth, this is the honest but the God and truth, and it's coming out in so many different ways. I say, so like, again, what's the solution for their dream state now, being that he's being exposed? I say, having to face his, he has to still face himself before he gets to these children. So be mindful that somebody's putting a veil or binding this individual to find themselves. And how is he going to do with that? He's going to low-key master it. He's going to be humiliated. He's going to be in regret, crying. He's trying to wake up. He's going to wake up instantly once he sees something that that he doesn't want to see. You know what I'm saying? So this person has to seek themselves before they can seek anything else. And hallelujah to that. So that means that this girl is protected, from this person's engagement and attempts. So somebody's making an attempt to harm and to target your children, and now it's being sent to the abyss. So when the wicked come against them, every time they fall into the abyss, I say, heavy on that. And I think this is like a cycle. It's like a roller coaster ride, but really it's like a horseback riding motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Horseback riding motherfucker. What's that? A carnival? Somebody's going to a carnival, and they're like riding the horses. This person's been watching you since then. Be mindful. This person's obsessed. He's deeper than a you situation. He's been watching her, trying to find her new address, and like very it's ridiculous. And now the heart tear. Here comes the person that likes you so much and has wish fulfillment in your life, ready to help this person willingly. What is it? Yeah, exactly. Ready to help this person willingly. 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Spades here. Somebody's betraying you. The person that likes you so much wants to betray you at the same time so that they can see and watch. It's another child pornography motherfucker that likes you. You like to watch somebody be hurt that you loved, and that means you will watch child pornography. Like, it's like you just putting the motherfuckers in a box. You know what I'm saying? Now he's questioning himself, like, would I watch that? Like, somebody's very sick. You know what I'm saying? There's a sick individual. There's a sick people that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You keep attracting sick people. But it's because you need to start rejecting. To reject. You know what I'm saying? Blessings are protection. Rejection is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Something's not working in your favor, or you don't got money, but this person got money to give you. Reject that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really pay attention to your spiritual tribe. And I keep telling myself this all the time. You got dirty nails. You sense a smell, like something that's not good, something that makes you feel about a person, but you keep like, oh, let me not judge, and you know what I'm saying, you don't want to be a bad person, but really you got to be a selfish motherfucker to really love yourself in this world, like, you know what I'm saying, it's keeping it real. This is a world full of wicked niggas, a world full of nasty motherfuckers, and you got to just start loving yourself from it. I agree. You know what I'm saying, respectfully, you smell something, it's time to go away, it's time to get away. You know what I'm saying, that could be maybe because I'm dealing with spiritual niggas, you know what I'm saying, that could be that too as well, exactly. There's a lot of situations here today, and that's the 5 of Spades here too, where you don't have to regret it, you don't have to feel like you're betraying me, or something is not right, but check into that. If I'm saying something's not right, and that could be something that maybe I'm not seeing, maybe like something that went over my head and it's still in my energy, and then I'm in your energy. So think about that. So be mindful that somebody wants to reconcile, somebody's actually reconciling with their parent, reconciling with their mom, because that's the only person that holds you down or really cares about the ones you love. Is that type of vibration? Don't be ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? This is a 6 of Pentacles where somebody was genuine, somebody's very genuine. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's very genuine, but somebody's hands is very dirty. You know what I'm saying? And it's because somebody here that's because maybe somebody you dealing with have maybe harmed her or hurt her. You know what I'm saying? That's what I realized with family, where I go to somebody's house and this man has a nice house, but something made me feel dirty or sense dirty. And that's because somebody he invited to his home that was dirty, and this person that he invited to his home was against you. You're sick. Maybe sickness can make you sick. Somebody who's against your health, somebody who's against your frequency. So be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Heavy night. That could be a mentality. That could be a body thing. That could be mind, body, or spirit. You know what I'm saying? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check your frequency. Check your people, and check your environment. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit. That's something you gotta have an oath towards, and don't walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a fake ass witch and walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real. I think the next reading will be Sagittarius facts. You got the 6 of diamonds. You got the 6 of club here, where somebody's going towards a solution in life, where they're about to serve a major deal of what's really going on, and really diagnose the situation so they can get the healing that they deserve. Peace, love, and light. Look at that, 333. 3333. So you're mastering.